Good evening, everyone. How are we doing? Welcome back to another weekly watch list here. First thing I want to say is Happy New Year to you all. I wish you the absolute best in this upcoming year with your relationships, businesses, trading, of course, anything, whatever goals you have. I absolutely wish you the best, and I believe in you and whatever that you are trying to achieve in this next year. Next thing I want to say is I want to say thank you. I obviously started making these watch lists back in September. I do have a goal this year to record 40 watch lists for YouTube. And obviously I'm just getting started. This was my first full year of trading full time. And, anyone who even spends 1 minute checking out these videos, checking out the watch lists, just know that I massively appreciate every single one of you. And I hope that there's something you could take away from these videos as we learn together. I have massive ways to go in regards to investing and trading, but I feel very confident in the foundation that I've built this past year. So let's hop right in. So looking at SPY here first, all right, as always, have the previous high, previous low of the day before and a zone. I mark these out on the 15-minute time frame, okay, just from wick low to body high and vice versa. So the first support I'm going to be looking at is this 473.3. See if this breaks below that. I do have, of course, 471.65. Below that, I do have 468.86. Below that, I have 467.7. And then all the way down here below that, I have 464. Now, one thing I'm looking at on SPY and IWM, paying attention to, especially with like how we ended this year with these, this big red day, is these gaps here. So this 440 gap here, ignore all these other levels here. Obviously, it looks like a disaster, but I am going to be watching this 440 gap. Okay, under that, we have another gap here, 430, and then another gap here at like around 425. So like these are going to be critical. Do we start the new year with just like a healthy pullback before making all-time highs? Or do we hit all-time highs first real quick and then a nice pullback? So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I don't have any fibs on SPY right now. And also keep in mind with some of these other supports, like they're not just, again, you don't just immediately jump in here. Like say the zone breaks. Okay, great. I'm going long here at 471. No, it's like I need price action to confirm. Like it was respected here, but is it going to be respected here? It depends. We might go right through that level. We did on IWM. I had a previous day support on IWM and we went right through it down to a whole different zone. So again, we need price action and volume to confirm these. But resistance, we have Friday's high up here at 477. And kind of like this whole zone between 477 and 477.65. Above that, the next thing I have is 479. We're right near this potential area of seeing all-time highs. So we will see if we get that. But now moving on to IWM. Again, I did have a support zone here on Friday. This was a previous day's like low and support zone. And we went right through it all the way down to this next zone here that I had marked previously as well at 200. So this was an awesome trade I took on Friday as well. It was like seriously, if the best trade, if not one of the best trades the entire year that I've had in regards to just execution and to getting that zone to zone move, price action and volume to confirm, just everything lined up perfectly. It's times like that where you wish you just had a $1 million position size, because everything was great from risk management to plan to execution, psychology. It was just a great trade. But first things first, again, Friday's high, Friday's low. Friday's low does kind of coincide here with this previous low as well. So kind of be watching this whole area. Do we bounce off this 200s to 270 level? Or do we break the support and move to our next zone at 197? I have support. Then again with two touches here at 195. And then the last one's going to be this gap fill. So it's previous resistance turned support. It was literally about a week ago or so, or 2 weeks ago, I believe. We had this high of day resistance. The next day, it literally became support, as you can see here. So I'll be watching this zone. And it's also a gap on the daily. So this 194 gap here. So again, another gap. Do we hit all? Well, no, there's not all-time highs on IWM, so never mind that. But we're quite a ways away from that. But do we, continue this pullback and fill this gap? That would obviously be ideal. So we will see about that. As far as resistances go in IWM, again, Friday's high. Next one's going to be 205.61. And then I believe I have I believe it's a 209 from the weekly. And yes, from this weekly here, from this candle here, and then above that I do have this fib here, which is 212, which is this swing high here to this swing low, 61 fib reject here. So I will be having that on watch as well. So that's everything for this week. Again, thank you guys for anyone who's tuned into the videos. I appreciate it so much. Feel free to subscribe if you enjoy the content. Consider dropping a like on the video, dropping a comment. That would mean the world to me. And again, many well wishes to you and your loved ones in 2024. And remember, we were only going to get stronger together. So actually, real quick, I just noticed this. That is a hell of a bearish candle on the weekly here for IWM. So I will definitely be watching this pull back down to that gap at 194. So that's interesting. So keep that on watch. But anyways, thank you guys. And I'll see you all in the new year.